ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
गुड मॉर्निंग।
Good morning.
आज बताया गया धनतेरस है।
Today is Dhanteras.
तो धनतेरस पर क्या करते हैं?
So what do we do on Dhanteras?
कोई ना कोई नया बर्तन लेते हैं।
We take new utensils.
तो आज की मुरली में
So in today's Murli,
मीठे बाबा ने नया बर्तन लेने की ही बात कही है।
Sweet Baba is telling us to take a new utensil. It is said,
संकल्प से सृष्टि बनती है।
the world is created through thoughts.
जैसी सोच होती है
As is the thought,
ऐसा वातावरण, वायुमंडल
so will be the environment and atmosphere.
मीठे बाबा जब धरा पर आते हैं
Sweet Baba, when it descends on earth,
तो वो सृष्टि जो सत्युगी थी,
the world that was golden aged world, which was Sato Pradhan, which was pure,
कारी थी,
which was voiceless,
वो सारी सृष्टि बिल्कुल ही तमो प्रधान, कलयुगी, विकारी, भ्रष्ट।
now that same world now has become old, corrupt, impure,
इस सृष्टि
Tamo Pradhan.
को बाबा ने बदलना है,
Now Baba needs to change this world
नई सृष्टि बनानी।
and have to create a new world.
उसके लिए
And for that,
एक ही बात, यदि हम बाइबल की स्टोरी देखें
if we listen to the Bible story,
तो उसमें भी क्या था?
what is in that about Adam and Eve?
देह अभिमान में आए,
When they became body conscious,
नरक में धकेल दिया गया।
they were pushed to hell.
आज की मुरली है कि ऐसी दुनिया को बदलने के लिए, सतो प्रधान बनाने के लिए,
In today's Murli, Baba says, to change this world, there needs to be the transformation of the
वो
thoughts.
बीज है।
Thought is a seed.
कौन सा संकल्प है?
What thought is that?
आत्मा हूँ,
That I am a soul,
देह नहीं।
I am not the body.
अब तक देह अभिमान में रहे,
Till now we were in body consciousness
में रहे।
and we were in hell,
अब बाबा
and now
आत्म अभिमानी बनाते हैं।
Baba is making us soul conscious.
आत्मा का ज्ञान होना ही पर्याप्त नहीं है।
It isn't only necessary to have Baba's knowledge.
आत्म अभिमानी बनना, अपनी सोच
To become soul conscious,
को,
to make our thinking, attitude, drishti,
सबको
activity, we need to change.
कहते हैं। जैसे देखिए छोटा बच्चा स्कूल में जाता है,
And therefore Baba says,
बार बार
just as the little children go to the school,
A for
what is taught again and again? A for apple, B for ball.
रिपीट कराते हैं,
He will be repeated the same.
ऐसे ही
Similarly,
हम बच्चों से बारंबार ताकीद करते हैं,
Baba repeatedly reminds us,
आत्मा हो,
child, you are a soul,
आत्मा हो,
you are a soul.
घोटो,
Churn this ingredient,
अच्छी तरह से घोटो,
churn this ingredient,
इतना घोटो जो कि
churn this ingredient so well
ब्लड की तरह बन जाए।
that becomes the blood in your life.
महान परिवर्तन चाहिए।
There needs to be great transformation. I am a soul, I am a soul.
बाबा ने स्वयं ये अभ्यास किया।
Baba himself
बताती थी,
had this practice.
जगह जगह बाबा ने छोटी
Dadi used to say,
हुए होती थी डायरी नुमा,
Baba used to keep a diary.
उसमें जिसको देखते ये फलानी आत्मा है, आत्मा है।
Whomever Baba used to meet, Baba says,
खूब
this is a soul, this is a soul.
इतना अभ्यास किया
Baba had so much of practice.
कि बाबा ने स्वयं को बिल्कुल जो लौकिक संबंध थे
Baba had a Laukik relationship that was completely changed.
जसोदा माता
Jashoda Mata,
लखी बाबू की युगल, ब्रह्मा की युगल नहीं, लखी
who was Dadya Lekraj's couple,
जसोदा माता अपने उस पति को किस रूप से देख रही है? श्री कृष्ण के रूप
in
से।
what form she was looking at her husband? In the form of
परिवर्तन
Shri Krishna.
इतिहास में ऐसा परिवर्तन कहीं नहीं है।
There is no transformation in this way in the whole history.
कृष्णा जी और उनकी सबकी बात आते हैं, परंतु ऐसा परिवर्तन सोच के आधार से ये जबरदस्त चीज।
However, because of the thinking level, there was a huge transformation.
गीता में
And therefore,
सर्वधर्मान
in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned that when there is unrighteousness, the Father will establish the righteous world.
बाबा ने वो बेसिक चीज में परिवर्तन लाया।
Baba is bringing a transformation in the basic need.
बोलते बोलते याद आ रहा है, हम लोग जब नए नए ज्ञान में
While saying, I do remember when we were in this knowledge in the very beginning,
क्योंकि नई नई सेवाएं,
we had to need a new experiment.
लोग अपने फादर को पिताजी नहीं बोलते थे।
In the Laukik family, we never used to call our father,
फलाना भाई,
we used to call as a brother.
कि समाज में एक्सेप्टेंस नहीं है।
In the society, it is not accepted,
दादियों ने जो अभ्यास किया था,
but that is what they had practiced.
सब दादी, गुलजार दादी कहते हैं, आप देखो
They would call everyone as the brother and sister.
दोनों इकट्ठे रहते थे, लेकिन कभी भी
While staying together,
नहीं होता था। राम श्लोक भाई जानते, पांडव
even Brother Ram Shlok
महसूस होता था।
knows,
आतम भाई कभी महसूस होता था?
everybody would consider themselves to be brothers and sisters.
तो ये परिवर्तन बाबा हम बच्चों का कर, इस आधार
So Baba wants this kind of transformation. Only through this there will be the creation of the new world.
सोच,
There should be spiritual thinking, divine thinking.
नरक है, इधर करो तो
If we see there, there is hell, and if we see here, there is heaven.
डायरेक्ट मधुर भाव।
So we will now listen to Baba's direct devotion.
मीठे बच्चे
Sweet children,
आत्म अभिमानी होकर बैठो,
sit here in soul consciousness.
अंदर घोटते रहो,
Continue to grind into yourself.
आत्मा हूँ,
I am a soul.
देही अभिमानी बनो,
Become soul conscious.
सच्चा चार्ट रखो,
Write your chart honestly,
समझदार बनते जाएंगे।
and you will continue to become sensible and experience a great benefit.
बेहद
Question.
नाटक को समझने वाले बच्चे किस एक लॉ को,
What law do you children who know this unlimited play have to understand very clearly?
ये अविनाशी नाटक है।
Answer. This is an imperishable play
एक पाठधारी को
in which each actor
पाठ बजाने अपने
has to come at his own time to play his part.
कोई कहे हम सदा शांति धाम में ही बैठ जाएं, तो यह लॉ नहीं।
It is against the law for any actor to say that he wants to stay constantly in the abode of peace. He would not then be called an actor. Only the unlimited Father tells you these unlimited things. Om Shanti.
अपने को आत्मा समझकर बैठो।
Sit here while considering yourselves to be souls.
अभिमान छोड़कर बैठो।
Sit having renounced body consciousness.
का बाप बच्चों को समझा रहे।
The unlimited Father is explaining to you children.
उनको जाता है
These things have to be explained
जो बेसमझ होते हैं।
to those who are senseless.
आत्मा समझती है कि बाप सच कहते हैं।
You souls understand that the Father is telling us the truth
बेसमझ बन गई है।
when He says that we souls have become senseless.
आत्मा अविनाशी हूँ,
I, the soul, am imperishable,
विनाशी है।
and this body is perishable.
मैं आत्म अभिमान छोड़
I renounced soul consciousness
पड़ा हूँ।
and became trapped in body consciousness. Therefore, I am senseless.
कहते हैं सब बच्चे
The Father says,
बेसमझ हो पड़े हैं।
all the children have become senseless
अभिमान में आकर
by going into body consciousness.
तुम बाप द्वारा देही अभिमानी बनते हो।
You are now being made soul conscious by the Father,
समझदार बन जाते हो।
and you are therefore becoming completely sensible.
गए हैं
Some have become this,
पुरुषार्थ करते रहते।
whereas others are making effort to become this.
आधा कल्प लगा है प्रकाश भाई, आधा कल्प लगा है।
Brother Prakash, it has taken you half a cycle
बेसमझ बनने
to
में आधा
become
कल्प लगा।
senseless.
इस अंतिम जन्म में
Now in this last birth,
समझदार बनना है।
you have to become sensible.
कल्प से बेसमझ होते होते
For half a cycle, you have gradually been becoming senseless, and you have now become 100% senseless.
तुम गिरते आए हो।
According to the drama plan,
तुमको
you became body conscious and continue to fall.
साथ बहुत कर
You have now been given understanding.
की
Nevertheless,
में
you have to continue to make a lot of effort, because you children also have to have divine virtues.
दूसरा उसके साथ साथ दैवी गुण भी धारण करना।
You have to become soul conscious and also imbibe divine virtues.
हम सर्व गुण संपन्न 16
You children know that you were completely pure,
फिर इस समय
full of all virtues,
पड़े हैं।
16 celestial degrees full.
भी गुण
Now at this time, you have become virtueless,
बच्चों
no virtues left.
वार पुरुषार्थ
You children understand this play
को
number wise according to the efforts you make.
समझते भी कितने वर्ष हो गए हैं।
It has taken some of you so many years to understand this.
समझदार
Nevertheless, some new ones are becoming very sensible.
बनाने का
They continue to make effort to make others the same.
कोई नहीं तो बिल्कुल
Some haven't understood anything at all.
बेसमझ के बेसमझ ही हैं।
They just remain senseless.
आए ही हैं
Their Father has come
बनाने।
to make you sensible.
बच्चे समझते हैं
You children
माया के
understand
कारण हम बेसमझ बने हैं।
that you became senseless
हम पूछ
because of Maya.
तो समझदार थी,
When we were worthy of worship,
हम ही
we were sensible,
बेसमझ
but we then became worshippers and thereby senseless.
देवी देवता धर्म
The original eternal deity religion has disappeared.
दुनिया में किसको पता नहीं।
No one in the world knows these things.
लक्ष्मी नारायण
This Lakshmi and Narayan, who used to rule the kingdom, were very sensible.
तत्त्वम
The father says, the same applies to you.
ये ऐसे समझो,
You must think
ये बहुत बहुत
that the same
समझने की
applies to you.
सिवाय
These things have to be understood very clearly.
ना सके।
No one but the Father can explain them to you.
महसूस होता है
You now realize
ऊंच ते ऊंच समझदार
that the Father is the highest of all and the most sensible one of all. He is the ocean of knowledge,
दाता भी है,
the bestower of salvation for all,
भी है,
and the purifier.
एक की ही महिमा है।
All of this praise is of the One.
ऊंच ते ऊंच बाप आकर के बच्चे बच्चे कह
The highest on high Father comes and says, Child, child,
अब पावन
and explains to you so well, children,
में दो
you now have to become pure.
दो चीज आती पावन में।
When speaking about purity, there are two things.
पावन में
One is purity and the other is divinity.
हमको पवित्र नहीं बनाते,
Baba not only makes you pure,
हमको पावन बनाते।
Baba makes you divine.
पवित्रता बेस है,
Purity is the base,
प्रालब्ध है।
and pure
शिव बाबा
to become divine is the reward.
है।
Shiva is the purifier. He isn't
आत्मा को
only pure, he makes the impure pure.
अब पावन बनना है।
Children, you now have to become pure.
बाप एक ही दवाई देते हैं,
The Father has only one medicine for this.
योग से
He says,
21
by having yoga,
बन जाए।
you will become free from disease
तुम्हारे सब
for your future 21 births.
खत्म हो जाएंगे,
All of your illnesses
मुक्ति धाम
and suffering will finish, and you will go to the land of liberation.
सर्जन के पास एक ही दवाई,
The eternal surgeon
एक ही
has just the one medicine.
आए लगाते।
He comes and gives souls just the one injection.
कोई मनुष्य बैरिस्ट्री भी करेंगे,
It isn't that one person would study to become a barrister and also an engineer.
अपने
No.
धंधे में ही
Each person has a profession of his own.
कहते हैं
You called out to the Father,
से पावन बनाओ।
come and make us pure from impure.
ये पतित पने में दुख है,
Because there is sorrow in being impure.
वो पावन दुनिया नहीं कहेंगे।
The land of silence isn't called a pure world.
शांति धाम को पावन दुनिया नहीं कहेंगे,
The world of peace isn't called a pure world.
क्योंकि स्वर्ग को ही पावन दुनिया कहेंगे।
Because only heaven is called a pure world.
मनुष्य शांति
It is explained to you
चाहते हैं,
that human beings want peace and happiness.
शांति तो वहाँ है
True
जहाँ
peace exists.
कविता बहन, सच्ची सच्ची शांति वहाँ है
Sister Kavita, true peace exists
दीदी, जहाँ भाषा बहन,
where there are,
अच्छा मुरली हाथ में, ओके, जहाँ शरीर नहीं,
where there are no bodies.
कहा जाता है शांति,
True peace exists where there are no bodies,
कहते हैं शांति,
and that is called the abode of peace.
परंतु
Many people say they just want to stay in the abode of peace. However, that isn't the law.
को भी समझ गए
If it were, they wouldn't be called actors.
पाठ होगा,
You children now understand the play.
पर आकर पाठ
When it is time for an actor to play his part,
बातें
he goes on to the stage.
बाप ही
Only the unlimited Father explains these unlimited things. He is also called the ocean of knowledge.
दाता पतित पावन
He is the bestower of salvation for all and the purifier.
तत्व नहीं हो सकते
It cannot be the elements that purify everyone.
वो कैसे
Water, etc. are elements. So how could they grant salvation? It is souls that play parts.
आत्मा बजा
It is souls that play the parts of Hatha Yoga.
जो समझदार हैं
Only those who are sensible will understand these things.
कितना समझाया है
The Father has told you so often
युक्ति
to creative way
मनुष्य
of explaining to human beings
सो फिर
how they become worthy of worship and then worshippers.
दुनिया में
Those who are worthy of worship exist in the new world, whereas the worshippers
को पूज्य
exist in this old world.
जारी कहा जाता
Those who are pure are worthy of worship,
है सब
whereas those who are impure
क्योंकि
are worshippers.
होते हैं
Here everyone is impure because they are born through vice. There they are elevated. It is remembered they are completely elevated. You children have to become the same.
मेहनत है मुक्त
This requires effort. The main thing is the remembrance.
में रहना बड़ा मुश्किल
You all say that it is difficult to stay in remembrance,
आदमी रह नहीं
that you are unable to stay in remembrance
सच्चाई
as much as you want to.
से
If you were to write your chart with honesty, you would experience great benefit.
बच्चों को ये ज्ञान
The Father gives you children the knowledge of Manmanabha.
तुम अर्थ सहित कहते हो
You say this with understanding.
बात यथार्थ रीति अर्थ सहित समझाते
The Father explains the right meaning of everything
प्रश्न
to you accurately. Some children ask the Father
कुछ कह देते
many different questions.
परंतु बात
So in order to win their hearts,
का काम ही
he answers them.
पावन
However, the Father says, my task is to purify the impure.
तुम जानते हो
This is why you called out to me.
शरीर सहित पावन
You souls know that when you were pure,
वही
your bodies were also pure.
सहित पतित बन
Now souls and bodies have become impure.
का हिसाब है ना
That is the account of 84 births.
अभी ये दुनिया कांटों का जंगल
You know that this world has now become a
ये लक्ष्मी
forest of thorns. Lakshmi and Narayana are flowers.
कांटे जाकर कहते हैं
Thorns go in front of them and say,
"भी कपटी हैं
you are full of all virtues.
कांटा है
We are sinful cheats.
बाप
The biggest thorn is the vice of lust.
बहन
The Father says,
बनो
conquer this and become
मनुष्य
conquerors of the world.
कोई ना कोई रूप में
Human beings say that God has to come in one form or another,
आना
that He has to enter the lucky chariot.
आना ही है पुरानी दुनिया को नया
God has to come into this old world
नई दुनिया
to make it new again.
पुरानी
The new world is called Satopradhan and this old world is called Tamopradhan.
पुरानी दुनिया है तो जरूर
Since it is now an old world, the Father definitely has to come. The Father is called the Creator.
कितना सहज समझाते हैं
He explains to you children so easily. You should experience so much happiness.
वो का हिसाब किताब है
If any of you are suffering for your karma, that has to be experienced.
आशीर्वाद नहीं कर
Baba cannot give blessings for that.
को बुलाते ही हो
You called out to me,
वर्षा दो
Baba, come and give us our inheritance.
वर्षा पाने चाहते हो
What inheritance do you want to claim from the Father? that all liberation and liberation in life.
एक ही
Only the one Father, the ocean of knowledge, is the bestower of liberation and liberation in life. This is why he is called the bestower of
दिया था,
knowledge.
परंतु कब दिया,
God gave this knowledge,
किसको,
but no one knows when he gave it or through whom he gave it. There is confusion about this.
किसको पता नहीं.
No one knows to whom he gave this knowledge.
इनको
Now this Brahma is sitting here.
हम सो नारायण
He knows that he was a Narayan
हो गए,
and that he has taken 84 births. He is now number one.
मेरी तो आंख,
Baba shares his experience of how his eyes opened.
तो मेरी तो आंख
When Baba came to know about this,
खुली है ना,
Baba says how his eyes opened.
खुली है ना,
All of your eyes are opened.
सब सुन रहे हैं ना,
Those who are sitting at the back, you are all listening carefully. Mothers are listening,
हमारी
isn't it?
कहा करते थे अगर
Our Dadi Gulzar would say,
थोड़ा झुटका है,
if anybody are drowning,
करम है,
you have to tap them because it is a
हैं
charitable act.
ऐसा नेत्र तो खुलता है ना, तुम कहेंगे हमको बाप
You also say that your eyes have opened, the third eye has opened. You say that you have received this full knowledge of the Father and the world cycle.
खुल गई है,
My eyes opened with the understanding. Whatever I am, however I am,
हम अपने को
it is such a wonder. First I am a soul, but I considered myself to be a body.
दूसरा,
The soul says,
फिर भी हम
I shed a body and take another.
अभिमानी बन,
In spite of that,
इसलिए
I forget that I am a soul
पहले
and I became body conscious. This is why I first make you understand that you have to sit here
अंदर में ये
and consider yourselves to be souls.
आत्मा हूँ,
Continue to grind into yourselves,
इसे
I am a soul.
भूल जाते हैं. फील
By not understanding yourselves to be souls,
घड़ी
you forget the Father.
में आज
You really feel that you become body conscious again and again.
अभिमान के दो द्वार कौन
You
से
have to make effort. Which are the two doors for the body consciousness?
दो द्वार बाबा ने बताए हुए हैं अव्यक्त रूप से.
Avyak Baba said about two doors of body consciousness,
मेहनत
I and mine.
यहाँ बैठो तो भी
While sitting here, sit in the stage of soul consciousness.
हैं,
The Father says,
को राजाई देने
I have come to give you children the kingdom.
ने हमको याद
You have been remembering me for half a cycle.
तो कहते हैं हाय राम,
When a situation comes in front of them,
कौन है ये,
they call out, Oh Rama.
तुम
However, they don't know who Ishwar is or who Rama is. You have to prove that the ocean of knowledge, the purifier, the best hour of salvation for all,
पिता
the Trimurti Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul is Shiva.
तीनों का जन्म इकट्ठा.
The births of Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar take place together.
बोलो मंजू बहन.
It isn't just Shiv Jayanti,
परंतु त्रिमूर्ति शिव जयंती.
but Trimurti Shiv Jayanti.
जरूर जब शिव की जयंती होगी तो
When it is Shiv's birthday, it is also definitely Brahma's birthday.
तो ब्रह्मा ने क्या किया?
People celebrate the birthday of Shiva,
अलौकिक
but what did Brahma do?
बाप,
There is a worldly father,
प्रजापिता ब्रह्मा.
the father from beyond, and then this unique father.
ये नया
This one is Prajapita Brahma. The father says, you are now being given this new knowledge for that new world.
जिसको बाप रचे
This will then disappear.
नहीं,
Those who don't have the knowledge of the Father, the Creator, and creation are
जिसको रचता रचना का ज्ञान नहीं वो
fill up the blanks.
ठहरे.
Those who don't have the knowledge of the Father, the Creator, and creation
बोलो दीदी,
are fill up the blanks.
बोलो बोलो. यशवंत भाई मुरली रखी है हाथ में? अच्छा, ओके। कोमल भाई के हाथ में है? नहीं? अच्छा, बाबा बोलो। जगदीश भाई? नहीं, जगदीश भाई नाम दूसरा है। त्रिमूर्ति भाई नाम है ना? हाँ, त्रिमूर्ति भाई आप ही बताओ। मुरली है? ओ, विनोद भाई के हाथ में भी मुरली है? अच्छा, बख्शी भाई आप ही बता दो। हाँ? बाबा ने कहा है अब इसको ज्यादा क्या मंथन करना। तो बाबा कहते हैं जिसको बाप रचयिता और रचना का ज्ञान नहीं है तो अज्ञानी।
Baba says, those who don't have the knowledge of the Father, the Creator and creation, are ignorant. They are sleeping in the sleep of ignorance. There is the day through this knowledge and the night through devotion. People don't know the meaning of Shivratri at all, and this is why they have stopped the public holiday for his birthday. You now understand that the Father comes to ignite everyone's lamp. When you light all the lamps and candles, people understand that it is a very important day for you. You now ignite everything with understanding. Those people don't understand this. They don't understand this fully from your lectures. People are so unhappy here. Those with occult power trouble others a great deal. These are articles in the newspapers about evil souls. They cause a great deal of sorrow. Baba says, you have no connection with those things. The Father tells you everything directly. Children, remember me, and you will become pure. All your sorrow will be removed. Acha. To you, sweetest, beloved, long lost, I now found children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from the Mother, Father, Bam, Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children. We spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. Make effort to remember the Father accurately and to become soul conscious. Keep your chant honestly. By doing this, there will be a lot of benefit. Secondly, the thorn that causes the greatest sorrow is the vice of lust. Gain victory over it with the power of yoga and become pure from impure. You have no connection with anything else. Blessing. May you become victorious in the war of religion by giving the proof of God's knowledge with your practical life. I now got into my thought. There was a saint conference. One of the saints asked to one of the brother, you're all in your young age. You're all gathered here. What are you here for? The saint asked, and then the brother said, we look at souls here. We only look at souls. He said, Shiv, Shiv, Shiv. Baba has taught us the lesson, and with inculcation, when the child sees, it will really be affected. So the war of religion,
धर्म युद्ध
by giving the proof of God's knowledge with your practical life,
युद्ध की स्टेज पर आना है. उस धर्म युद्ध में विजयी
you now have to go on to the stage of the war of religion.
जीवन
The way to become victorious in that war of religion is in your practical life, because the proof of God's knowledge lies in your practical life.
गुण प्रैक्टिकल में दिखाई दें.
Let this knowledge and virtues be visible practically in your form,
मूर्त को
because nowadays
कर सकते
your image cannot be revealed by your discussing anything,
ना. मूर्त
but you can quieten anyone in a second
किसी को
with the practical form of your dharana. Slogan.
आत्मा को उज्जवल बनाने के लिए
In order to make the soul bright,
स्मृति से मन की
finish any problems in your mind by having remembrance of God.
आत्मा की मुरली है.
Now we have Mama's Murli.
पेज. योग से ही मुक्त होने की शक्ति मिलती
Only through yoga one gets the power to be liberated.
है. तो अपने को
First of all,
पॉइंट ख्याल में
you must definitely keep one point in your mind.
सृष्टि झाड़ का बीज रूप पर
Since God is the seed of the human world tree,
नॉलेज प्राप्त हो रही है.
and we are receiving this knowledge from God,
ये जरूरी
the knowledge that we receive is essential
वालों को
for human beings.
अधिकार है.
People of all religions have a right to receive this knowledge.
हर एक का शास्त्र
Although the knowledge of each religion is their own, their scriptures are their own,
संस्कार
their opinions are their own, their sanskars are their own. Nevertheless,
वो इस
this knowledge is for everyone.
हमारे
Although they may not be able to take this knowledge
का पिता
and they may not come into your clan
होने से
by having yoga with him,
अवश्य
they would definitely become pure
इस पवित्रता के कारण
because he is the father of all.
पद अवश्य
Because of this purity, they will definitely claim a status in their own section, because all human beings believe in yoga.
कहते हैं.
Many people say that they want a liberation,
मुक्त
but it is only by having this yoga that they can receive the power to become free from punishment and be liberated.
अर्थात निरंतर
Now the second point,
ये जो कहा
the unending chant, that means constant remembrance of God.
उसका यथार्थ
There is a saying, continue to chant the unending chant with every breath.
अर्थ है.
What is the accurate meaning of this?
श्वासोश्वास
When we say that it is an unending chant, the real meaning of it is constantly to connect your intellects in yoga with the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, with every breath, without chanting anything. This remembrance of God with every breath has continued all the time. This constant remembrance of God is called an unending chant. To chant something with words, that is to say Rama Rama, to silently chant a mantra in your mind, that cannot continue all the time. To chant it in their heart is an unending chant. However, this is something to think about. Where there are words in an unending chant, there is no need to chant that. You don't have to sit and concentrate on any idol in your mind. You don't have to repeat anything, because even they cannot constantly do it while eating and drinking. However, the remembrance of God that we have, that can continue all the time, because it is very easy. For instance, a child remembers his father. He doesn't have to have his father's picture in front of him at that time. He remembers everything in his thoughts, words and deeds. about his father, his occupation, his activities, his virtues. When a child remembers that, his activity also continues in the same manner, and it is only then that the son can show the father. In fact, we also have to remove the remembrance of all others from our hearts and have remembrance of the true Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul. In this way, we can continue to stay in a constant remembrance while walking and sitting, while eating and drinking. It is by having this remembrance that we can become karmatit. It is this natural remembrance that is called the unending chant. Acha, the avyakta signal. Sit in the laboratory of practice and experiment with yoga, and you will experience the support of the one Father and move away from the many types of obstacles of Maya. At present, you are moving along in the waves of ocean of knowledge, the ocean of virtues, and the ocean of powers, just on the surface. And through this, you only experience temporary refreshment. However, when you go into the depths of the ocean, you will have unique experiences and attain jewels. We heard beloved Bhagdada's version. Today Baba said you have to become soul conscious. I am a soul. I am a soul.
ओम शांति। आज का विशेष दिन है, धनतेरस का दिन है आज।
Today is the Dhanteras day.
दीदी जी ने सभी भाई बहनों को धनतेरस की
And our respected Sister Muni has given good wishes to all of you. Please accept it.
जन्मदिन भी होता है, तो हम सभी भाई बहनों को
And on the day of Dhanteras, it is Sister Muni's birthday.
2 मिनट सभी योग में बैठ के
2 minutes we will sit in Baba's remembrance. The collective meditation in the evening will be in the conference hall. Om.
मेरे बाबा कहे दिल powerhouse, Almighty Father
The
है,
powerhouse is the Almighty Father,
जिसको God कहते हैं।
the one we call God.
लेकिन वो भी है ऐसा
But he is the
सारे
incorporeal
मनुष्य का
seed of
incorporeal
the
seed, बीज।
entire human creation.
इसलिए
And this is why
बहुत सूक्ष्म पावर
he is the extremely subtle powerhouse. The seed,
महिमा में गाते हैं
in his praise, is sung
ज्ञान का सागर
that he is the
है,
ocean of knowledge, knowledgeful,
आनंद का
the
सागर,
ocean of bliss,
शांति का सागर,
the ocean of peace,
प्रेम का सागर है।
and the ocean of love.
अर्थात उनको हर
This
प्रकार
means
से
he is
सागर माना गया,
regarded as an ocean in every way, not just a river or a stream. Om Shanti.